Okay, before the break, we were talking with Tom, who describes himself as the chief sock person for the Joy of Socks, which is his charity. Very quickly, Tom, you had a story about why it's necessary for homeless people to have socks?
Yeah, on Christmas Eve, Lynn, we went down to the city. It was about 28 degrees. There's a guy sitting on the curb, and his foot was bandaged, but only half of it, so his toes were exposed. So I got out and I gave him a couple of pair of socks and immediately put them on his freezing toes, and his name was Mike. Anyway, so although we cannot stop the cause of homelessness, we can help mitigate the health problems and give them some dignity by something as basic as a pair of socks, Lynn.
Okay, thank you very much for what you're doing for the homeless. I know I speak for everybody when I say that it's a great effort and not one that I would have thought of before. So, Tom from the Joy of Socks, thank you very much. Let's take one last phone call and then we'll get some final thoughts here. Michelle is on the line. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you doing, Lynn?
I'm good, thank you. And what organization are you advocating?
I'm with the Women's Resource Center.
Okay, and what does it do?
Well, we offer supportive programs for women and girls in crisis and transition in the Philadelphia area. And some of the services that we provide are an information and referral helpline that's staffed by trained volunteers. We have a career services program for the many women out there who've lost jobs, been laid off, need to re-enter the workforce.
Right.
We have a free legal consultation program where women can speak to an attorney regarding family law issues. We offer free and low-cost counseling, parenting groups, and a girls' leadership program.
All right.
And many of these services are offered by volunteer professionals. They're either no cost or low cost, and we do not take income into consideration. In fact, we like to say we catch the women who may otherwise fall through the cracks.
All right.
So
well,
we really depend on individual donations, and we thank folks for even volunteering their time.
Okay, well, we certainly congratulate you on the good work that you're doing on behalf of women and girls, and thank you so much for your call.
I thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. As I said earlier, lots and lots of charities have tried to call in. You've been seeing some on the bottom of the screen. We're trying to give you the opportunity to tell us a little bit about your charity, but in no way are we endorsing a particular one. I do just want to say that one more time. My question is, there are so many of these smaller organizations that are in a particular field or in a particular neighborhood. Why not just donate to some of these larger charities that seem like they're umbrella groups like the Red Cross, the United Way, and just let them do it for us?
Yeah, I think it's a matter of your circumstances and your interests. If you have the time to go and get involved in a local effort and eyeball that small charity, all the better. But if you want to do something on a bigger scale or a disaster, or if you don't have the time to do that and you just want a safe bet, some of these larger organizations do play a very vital and important role. So it's really a choice of your time and your passion and talent.
Ah, passion. Now there's a word that you might not think comes into play when deciding about a charity, but in fact, Phil, you say picking your passion can actually help you choose a charity.
It really can, and that's the place that you need to start. Ken brings up a good point that you certainly need to have the head involved in that as well, determining from your passion points. But typically when we are talking to donors and encouraging people to look at charities, we say to pick one or two passions that you have, really focus on those. Look at charities that fall within those passion points and then determine, based on the criteria that we've talked about today, who you're going to support. Some people like to rotate charities year over year.
Would you suggest staying with one charity? Like, I am a big supporter of the Susan G. Komen 3-Day for the Cure because my mom is a breast cancer survivor. I've done it for years and years, do a lot of shows on it. So I typically always include that in my annual giving.
Yeah.
Is that something that you suggest, that you get onto one bandwagon and stay with it, or do you say that maybe we should spread the love around a little bit?
We like to look at donations as investments. So typically I like to tell people to look at this as an investment, similar to your stocks, the stock market, and how you determine where you're going with the funds there. So sometimes you may stick and hold. Other times you may want to shift a little bit depending on where your passion points are again, and also where the market is going in terms of nonprofits and the causes and how they are faring in their work that they're doing each day.
And I would imagine also, in closing, Ken, that it also depends sometimes on your personal exposure to it. I was not involved with the 3-Day before my mother had breast cancer. Mm-hmm. You know, some of these other charities we may not have found ourselves drawn to until we had a personal experience. How big a role does that play?
Central role, without a doubt. Your personal connections and these kind of experiences you've had is probably the most important point in making those decisions.
Well, I'll tell you, I think what you guys are doing is fantastic because you're helping us make great decisions so that then we can help those who are in need. So thank you so much for sharing your expertise and your knowledge. And I can't believe the number of charities that you're looking into. Thank you so much, both of you, for everything that you do. Of course, we always want to know what you think, so you can still email me at lynn@lynndoyle.net. We'll see you the next time.